Ever feel like you're building something amazing? You've got the passion, you've got the plan. But then, out of nowhere, something shifts. Suddenly, the path ahead looks a lot different. It's like trying to sail a ship, thinking you know the route. But the weather changes, the currents shift. The map you had? It might not be enough anymore. This happens in business all the time. Many businesses focus intensely on what's inside, their product, their team, their operations. But what about the world outside your office doors? The world is constantly changing. New laws pop up. The economy does its dance. People start wanting different things. Technology flips entire industries upside down. Ignoring these external factors is like flying blind. You might be okay for a while, but eventually you're going to hit turbulence you weren't prepared for, or miss a golden opportunity simply because you weren't looking in the right direction. Understanding your business environment isn't just a nice to have, it's absolutely crucial. Alright, let's get into it. PESTLE Analysis. Sounds a bit like a kitchen tool, right? Or maybe some kind of garden pest control. But it's way more powerful than that for your business. PESTLE is an acronym. Each letter stands for a key external factor that can impact your organization. It's a way to look at the big picture, the macro environment, the stuff happening outside your direct control, but definitely affecting your game plan. So, what do these letters stand for? Let's spell it out. P is for political, E is for economic, S is for social, T is for technological, L is for legal, and the final E is for environmental. First up in PESTLE is P for political. This is all about how government actions and political situations can affect your business. We're talking about government policies, political stability or instability, tax laws, those can change and hit your bottom line, trade regulations, tariffs, and quotas. Even things like upcoming elections can create uncertainty or open new doors. Imagine you're running a company that imports goods. A sudden change in trade agreements between countries, that could mean new tariffs, higher costs for you. Or maybe your business relies on a specific government subsidy. What if a new administration decides to cut that funding? These aren't small ripples. These are waves that can rock your entire operation. Political decisions made miles away can directly impact your daily grind. So, keeping an eye on the political climate isn't just for news junkies, it's essential for business leaders. Next we have E for economic. This one feels pretty intuitive, right? It's all about the economy, and how its ups and downs affect your business and your customers. We're looking at factors like economic growth rates. Is the economy booming or in a recession? Interest rates, these affect borrowing costs. Inflation, that erodes purchasing power. Exchange rates if you're doing business internationally. Even unemployment levels play a big role. When the economy is strong, people generally have more money to spend, they feel confident, they buy more, businesses expand, they hire more people. But what happens when the economy takes a downturn? People tighten their belts, they cut back on non-essential spending, discretionary income shrinks. This can hit certain industries harder than others. So understanding economic factors is crucial for forecasting demand, for setting prices. Now let's talk about S for social. This is where things get really interesting because this factor is all about people. It's about society, it's about culture, and how these things shape what people buy, how they live, and what they value. We're talking about demographic shifts, population growth rates, age distribution, lifestyle trends, consumer attitudes and opinions. Even things like education levels and health consciousness fall under this umbrella. Society is not static, it's always evolving. Think about the massive shift towards health and wellness in recent years. People are more conscious about what they eat and how they exercise. This social trend has created huge opportunities for some businesses. The T in PESTLE stands for technological. And wow, this one moves fast, really fast. Technological factors are all about innovation, new inventions, automation, research and development efforts, the speed of technological change, and the adoption of new technologies. Even things like cybersecurity and data privacy fall under this category. In today's world, technology is a massive driver of change for everyone. Just think about how technology has transformed entire industries. Remember Blockbuster Video? They were huge. Then Netflix came along with streaming technology. And Blockbuster? Well, they became a relic of the past, a cautionary tale. Netflix embraced technological change. They disrupted the market. They created a new way for people to consume entertainment. That's the power of technology. It can create and it can destroy. We're down to the last two letters, L for legal and E for environmental. These are increasingly important. Let's start with legal. This covers all the laws and regulations that businesses must comply with. Think about employment laws, health and safety standards, consumer protection laws, product safety regulations, copyright and patent laws, data protection rules like GDPR in Europe. The legal landscape can be a minefield if you're not careful. Changes in legislation can have a huge impact. For example, when GDPR, General Data Protection Regulation, was introduced, companies handling data of EU citizens had to overhaul their data privacy practices. This meant new processes, new systems, significant investment, but non-compliance could lead to hefty fines. So, staying on top of legal requirements isn't just about avoiding trouble, it's about operating ethically and responsibly. It builds trust. Then there's E for environmental. So, we've journeyed through political, economic, social, technological, legal, and environmental factors. That's PESTLE. It's a lot to take in, I know. But understanding these forces is incredibly powerful. The biggest benefit? It helps you make smarter decisions. You're not guessing, you're analyzing, you're anticipating. It helps you spot opportunities that others might miss. And it helps you see potential threats on the horizon, giving you time to prepare. How do you actually a PESTLE analysis? It doesn't have to be super complicated. Start by brainstorming. Get your team together. For each of the 6 PESTLE factors, list down all the relevant trends and changes you can think of. What's happening politically that could affect you? What are the economic forecasts? What social trends are emerging? Don't filter yourself at this stage, just get it all down. It's about casting a wide net. Next, gather information. For the key factors you've identified, dig a little deeper. Look for data.